Happy Sunday, vinyl community. It's me, JC, back again. How's everybody doing? I was sitting here drinking coffee, listening to the brand new Neil Young album, and I was gonna wait and show this on Vinyl Finds, but it is so fantastic. I just wanted to do a quick review and comparison to Massey Hall, because I know a lot of people have reached out and wondering if they should buy this if they already own this. So I'll go over some of the differences. We'll talk about it. But first, let's look at the brand new album, Neil Young, Young Shakespeare. So this is released in two different formats, a single LP and then a version with the single LP, like a box set with a film and a CD. So the film was actually recorded, I believe, to be shown in Europe. And that's a film that many Neil Young fans have been on the hunt for decades. So it's great that they can finally get it. Now you may say, Josh, why didn't you buy the box set? Well, to be honest with you, the box set is $70. This is, I think, cost me maybe like $22 or something like that. And I really would probably watch the film once and then be like, okay, well, I'm done. Which I do have the Neil Young archive, so I could always go on there and watch it on the archives if I wish. But by buying the $20 record, then I could go out and buy two more records instead of just that one box set. So first time it comes with this beautiful hype, which I saved and put on my vinyl storage solutions. It's a gatefold. Neil Young outdoes himself again. When you buy a Neil Young record, he uses, heavy cardboard. It's maybe not as heavy as like a MoFi, but it's not that far off. I always say that like Neil Young release is treated like a tone poet. So fantastic presentation, and it is on the old reprise logo. Now, this was recorded in Stamford, Connecticut, not too far from my home, January 22nd, 1971. So the same exact tour that Massey Hall, this is the third release in the archive set and probably one of the most treasured. During the pandemic, this was like $130 record. Now it's gone down some because there were some more released to the market. Now, there is some rumors out there that maybe that this is out of print because they knew this was coming and it's very similar and they didn't want to hurt the sales of Young Shakespeare with having this on the market. Who knows if that's true? But the one thing you should know about Neil Young, if you read his letters on his archives page, he admits that reissues will be coming. For instance, Prairie Wind, an album that sells for over $100 now, a reissue is coming next year. So hold on to your cash, folks. Don't go crazy. Most likely, these albums will be reissued. So let's talk about it real quick. This is a double album. This is a single album. Both the same tour. Both recorded, I think they're weeks apart. This is from Massey Hall, so a hometown gig. Probably explains why it's a little bit longer. The crowd is a little bit more raucous in this one, but I do enjoy the crowd on this one. I was watching the in groove, and he made it sound like the crowd wasn't there at all, but you can still hear the crowd, and it's not a distracting crowd either way. The performances are very similar. He's playing songs like Needle and the Damage Done, Old Man, songs that the audience has never heard. So imagine going to see a concert and he's playing songs of Harvest that you've never heard, songs that would go on to be the greatest, some of the greatest rock songs of the 70s. He's playing for the first time for an audience. Man, I can only imagine. That's what I think about when I listen to these records, and it's probably why this record is so regarded over the last few years. People love that intimacy of like, he's playing it for the first time. Now, if I had to choose one, I would obviously choose this because almost every song on this is on this, plus more. But the great thing about this album is the version of Sugar Mountain. And he goes into why he didn't put it on an album and he wrote it on his 20th birthday and how he doesn't necessarily feel the same way that he did when he wrote it. He talks about the lyrics and he's making jokes and the audience is cracking up. And it's so great because some people have this vision of Neil Young as a cranky old man, but it's just great to see him joking and having a good time and having fun with the audience. And for that, those are the things that I love about a live album is the interaction with the crowd, the stage banter, and then of course the unique performances, where he might sing something just slightly different. And Neil is just fantastic at that. So I will tell you that if you are balling on a budget and you're like, Josh, I can only get one. I mean, obviously I would go with this, but this is out of print and very hard to find. If you're jonesing for this record, you don't own it, this will at least satisfy you. It's got, Cowgirl in the Sand, Down by the River, Needle in the Damage Done, Tell Me Why. Oh my man, the version of Tell Me Why is going to knock your Aunt Connie socks off. So I love it. Fantastic release. So far, Neil Young has two of my favorite releases of the year so far. Plus the new Lana Del Rey, which I'll get into at some point. That's a fantastic release too. All right, guys, I'll join you tomorrow with Vinyl Finds. Peace, rock out. I love you. Bye.